They're barely covering the Wall Street protests at all. I mean, they're making it sound like there's 4 people out there with signs and, go, we hate Wall Street, we hate Wall Street. That's not what's going on at all.
Popeye, should we call CNN about that? I mean, we should give them a piece of our mind and tell them, well, they should really cover this stuff.
If I make a deal, you get me that phone number and we'll call them live on air and we'll ask them how come they're not covering the protest like they should, because they should be covering it. I mean, regardless of, and I agree, some of the socialist groups and stuff that you talked about that are down there and stuff, but the point is it's just, it's not even being covered at all. Like, it's not even there, which is, come on, if they're not covering it, there's a reason they're not covering it. The only thing they did show, I will say, Fox News showed a 30-second snippet today. Cops arrested such and such protesters at Wall Street today, and they had to use they had to use mace on some unruly female protesters. But the females on the other side of this orange fence, and then of course now it's because the video got out of them getting the girls getting tased or sprayed with pepper spray rather. They get maced. They not tased, maced. They now it's out. People are calling them, and they're just saying no comment. We have no comment on what happened. Oh, so you have no comment that your officer just randomly tased? I keep saying tased because I'm so used to seeing people tased. Randomly maces a female for no reason. I mean, if I did that in the street,
I saw that footage.
If you and I were walking down the street, right, and you were with your girl, and I maced the 2 of you, right, wouldn't that be assault? Wouldn't you guys be able to press charges against me?
I'd have to say yes. You're absolutely right.
So
but
what the hell's the difference?
The people with the badge, Popeye, and those fancy hats, they are above the law. That's right. They don't follow the same rules that the people they're against follow. Oh no. And the media, the mainstream media, they don't follow the same rules of the alternative media, like the Orion Talk Radio Network. And if anybody else wants to call up and emulate what we're about to do here on the air, I'm going to go ahead and give Popeye the number right now, live on air. And if you have a crayon, write down this number, because I suggest you call up as well. And it's not just for the Wall Street thing. Call them up about anything that they're not covering. Tell them about, I don't know, whatever it may be.
Call them up every day, and no matter what, hound them about a different subject every day. Call up today about Wall Street, call up tomorrow about something with 9/11, call up the next day with the economy, call up next day, ask about the real unemployment numbers, and just hammer it. Record it, put it up on YouTube. That kind of stuff goes viral, and it will cause other people to do it. Mm-hmm. And then it'll be like a domino effect. So Bob is 110% correct.
All right, Pop, are you ready for the number?
Shoot.
Area code 404-827-1700. So it's 404-827-1700.
1700. And I think it's option 1, if I remember correctly, you have to press.
Yeah, it's like a 1 and a 1 or something like that, yeah.
It's not like we haven't called them before. Here we go.
Thank you for calling Turner Broadcasting System Incorporated, the world's leading provider of quality cable programming.
Guy's a eugenic scumbag.
If you are calling with a news tip or breaking news for CNN. You have reached the CNN News Tip Hotline. Please be advised that any non-news tip call to this hotline will be disconnected in order to keep this line free for news tips and breaking news.
Here we go.
To speak with our news tip team now, please press 1. If you selected this, all calls are monitored and recorded for quality assurance. Thank you for calling, and
yes,
please hold. Calls are answered in the order in which they are received. You have reached the CNN News Tip Hotline, which is staffed 24/7. You are hearing this message because our news tip manager is currently handling...
CNN, what's your breaking news?
This is Bob Tuskin and Popeye from the Federal Jack. And we have a news tip for you guys. Now, by now, I'm sure you've heard of the protest on Wall Street, correct?
Correct. And we have been covering it.
Yes, that's right. Well, there's an interesting aspect of this, man, that you guys haven't covered as far as I'm aware of. Popeye, you want to tell her about that?
That'd be the police brutality aspect. There's a lot of people, including females, getting slammed face first onto the concrete for nothing, getting maced, getting penned up like cattle in this portable orange fence. And a lot of these people, their civil rights are being violated. It's like mass arrests going on down there. You guys should really go down there and cover it.
Okay. No problem.
And
I'll go ahead.
one other thing, ma'am.
I'll try this down to our newsroom, but it's just their decision if they expand the coverage. But I definitely.
No, I got you. I know it's not you. I know it's the producers, not you.
Okay.
So you may also want to include that a lot of the frustration, which the media has given certain reports about what it exactly is, it's because of our fraudulent Federal Reserve System and false flag terrorism and all these other problems we have. But thank you very much, CNN, and we hope you guys have a good day and continue to cover the real aspect of all this.
All right. Thank you for calling, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Wow, she disconnected us before I could disconnect her. We're going to break, guys. We'll be right back. Go call CNN. Hound the hell out of them. 404-827-1700. Option 1, option 1.